Vanakkam. Now I am going to talk about a very another interesting topic which is directly related to our profession. Can a chartered accountant do advertisement to get the professional services? At this juncture, I request everyone to go through Code of Ethics issued by our ICI recently and the revised Code of Ethics in the year 2019. Every chartered accountant, they want to develop their profession either by getting the lead directly or through some other source. But how to get this source? And is it not against the professional ethics? That is the thing I want to say something about this. So I have referred our Code of Ethics book, volume 2, that is first schedule part 1. In this I request everyone to go thoroughly class 6. Just I am going to highlight the class 6 with reference to our professional members. A chartered accountant solicits clients or professional work either directly or indirectly by circular, by advertisement, by communication, personal communication, or by any other means. So this leads to a professional violation and you are not supposed to do this, but there are so many exceptions to this class. Please kindly watch from the beginning to the end because this will definitely save your profession as well as it will definitely save your certificate of practice. So this class 6 part 1 of first schedule applies to members who are in practice. So members not in practice, they need not bother. This is applicable only for the members who are in practice. Chartered accountant from applying or requesting for or inviting or securing work from another CA in practice. A chartered accountant is there, he is requesting another member who is a chartered accountant, he is also in practice. It is allowed because it is a personal discussion, personal information that he sought from another CA who is in practice. So this is allowed. It is not against professional ethics. Another point, CA from responding to tenders or inquiries by various users of professional services or organizations from time to time and securing professional work as a consequence. So now lot of institutions, they are asking the chartered accountant by way of quoting the fees, they ask everyone to participate in the tender. It is also allowed. There are some exemptions that we will discuss later. This is also allowed. So you can participate in the tender subject to other conditions which we will discuss later. And another point, not to secure work by propaganda but may get the work gradually. So you should not advertise to get the work. You should not propaganda your profession, but you have to get the work gradually. Then only you are not liable for any professional ethics. Members should not advertise for soliciting work or advertise in such a manner to undertake professional work. So you come to me, I will charge only 10,000 rupees, but others they will charge 25,000 rupees. Others they will take say 10 days, but I will complete within 2 days. They will ask all details, but I will not ask details. These type of advertisement will definitely get you business, but this is against professional ethics. You are not supposed to do this type of propaganda. Chartered accountants are not permitted to use circulating letters about the profession. A chartered accountant has prepared a detailed letter and he is sending to everyone that I am doing this, that, and you come to me and we will do it, I will definitely do it, I will definitely help you. This type of circulating the letters, explaining about his professional basics, about his professional approach, all these are against ethics. You are not supposed to do this type of circulating the letters to the public. Personal canvassing or canvassing for clients of a previous employer through the employees are also prohibited. You have worked in some auditor's office, there are clients, but you should not go directly. You want to set up the practice separately, you should not go directly and personally canvass those clients, or you should not canvass those clients to the staff of the previous employer. That is also not allowed. This is against the professional ethics. If anything is being found out, then the member is personally held responsible to face our code of ethical standard board. That is, you have to face our disciplinary proceedings. Then now we will discuss have detailed discussion about empanelment of audit and other professional work by way of submitting the application. Government department, government companies, corporations, courts, cooperative societies and banks and other similar organizations, everyone is having their own panel. If it is known, then the CA members are, there is a panel that is known to a chartered accountant who is in practice. If it is known, chartered accountant members are free to write to include their names in the panel, subject to the conditions laid down by the government department and other departments. But you should not make rowing inquiry to include in any of the panels. You have got some 7-8 panels. You kindly include any one of the panels. This type of rowing inquiry is also against the professional ethics. It is permitted to respond to the tender with reference to quoting the fees. It is also permitted. You can quote the fees, but the minimum fees should be mentioned. If you can quote, there is no bar. But without mentioning the minimum fees, if you quote the fees, it is against the professional ethics. It is not prohibited to members to participate in tenders and requests made by the users of professional work. Suppose some transport corporation, they invite chartered accountant service as internal auditor, but they say that you have to give the fees quotation. So that is allowed provided the minimum fees is being fixed. Beyond that you can do it. Even you can quote the minimum fees, but if you say if it is 10,000 rupees, if you quote 11,000, if no one is quoting 11,000, then you will be allotted. But the fee should not be less than 10,000. Then another thing, not to respond to tenders invited by same profession to do audit and attestation work, such as companies audit, tax audit, but can respond to the tender if the minimum fees is mentioned and the CA should not quote below the fees. Here, one same type of profession, that is a chartered accountant in practice, he is calling the tenders from other chartered accountants. So I am ready to offer tax audit, I am ready to offer companies audit, you please quote your tender. So that is against the professional ethics. You are not supposed to quote for the professional work, that is tender called by the same professional. You should not quote. But if the minimum fees is being quoted by the person, then you can quote your fees. So without mentioning the minimum fees, if any tender is being called for, then you should not quote your fees. Otherwise it leads to violation. It leads to against the professional ethics. Then next point that is being discussed in class 6 part 1 of first schedule is, can respond to tenders which are open to other professionals, though the tender says it is applicable to CA only. So those tenders are also applicable for CA, ICAA and ACS, company secretary, but the tender says that it is applicable only for CA, then you can participate in the tender. Then if any company, any government organization directly sending the letter to you, that is in the form of individual letters, then you can respond to the tenders. It is not a professional violation. That is individual letters sent to the chartered accountant in practice. If you respond to that tender, then you are not liable for any ethics. Can respond to tenders where only technical bit has been asked for through individual letters. If you are a technical person in some field, say you are doing forensic audit, you are a specialist in forensic audit. If anyone directly asks you to give the institution about the technical assistance by way of individual letter, then you can respond to that type of tender, then it is not against professional ethics. But non-adherence to any of the classes, any of the conditions, any of the points stated in class 6 could lead to disciplinary actions against the members. Then, if that is there, if it is noted by our ICI, then ICI can call for evidence about the tender participation. They will call whether all the conditions stated in the schedule has been properly followed or not. That is class 6 part 1 first schedule. Sometimes some organizations say that the chartered accountant has to make EMD or security deposits. If that is there, you should not deposit EMD or security deposit. If the conditions of that allotment says, then the member has to get ICI permission, then only he has to act accordingly. This is the thing you have to follow. At this juncture, I once again request all the members to refer first schedule part 1 class 6 of Code of Ethics, that is which has been published in volume 2, which has been revised recently. You refer that book. The points I discussed is my individual opinion. This you have to verify and rely on it. So this is the thing I want to say once again. Kindly refer first schedule part 1 class 6 of Code of Ethics. Then advertise about the change in partnership or dissolution of firm or change in address and telephone numbers with local dailies covering that area. Suppose if the chartered accountant wants to say about the change in partnership, it is allowed. You can convey this information in the local dailies, but that local daily should cover only your area of practice. You should not do the advertisement for the entire India, for the entire state, or for the entire district. Suppose if you are residing in a particular district, the paper, the daily should cover only that area. Then only for that type of newspaper it is allowed. So you can advertise about the change in partnership, and if you can advertise about the dissolution of the firm. You can advertise about the change in the address and telephone numbers, that is also allowed. Mere factual position of experience and area of specialization related to seek response to the advertisement are permissible. You can just simply mention it is also permissible. Then another exception is advertisement can be done for change of address and not for other things. Yes, it is allowed. Classified advertisements in CA journal, newsletter to share professional work on assignment basis. So if you advertise in CA journal and newsletter to share about the professional work on assignment basis, it is allowed, but it should contain CA name, address, telephone number, fax number, email address, and address of social networking sites of the members. If you do it, there is no professional ethics, you are allowed to do it. Then apply to the panel of chartered accountants, but you should not make, everyone says that you should not make rowing inquiry about the existence of the panel. But you can quote the fees on inquiry. Suppose if anyone wants to say, so what is your fees? You can quote the fees, but you should not send the printed or Xerox copies of the fees. So for tax audit, this is the fees. For regular audit, this is the fees. This is the company's audit fees. Some auditors, they have a style of printing the fees quotation. You should not send it, but you have to give the quote on fees on inquiries on individual letter basis only. Then entries in telephone directory, it is permitted, but on a special request. On special request, suppose government says you can do this. can do it, but otherwise you should not do it. That is against the ethics. Bold and block letters in telephone directory are violation. Suppose if you print your name, if you pay the company, they will print in bold and block letters. That is the violation. So just like in Just Dial, they say that you give this amount, we will publish in bold and block letters. That is against the ethics. You should not do it. In directory, suppose if any directory is being printed, printing in CA page is allowed. Suppose there are a lot of CAs, so only in CA pages it is allowed. But you should not give the printing in other business ads. You should not do it. That is against the ethics. Entries should be open to all CAs and not for a particular CA. So suppose if you want to make the entry in any advertisement, it should be open to all CAs. It should not be, say only when you pay we will publish, then it amounts to violation. But it is all CS name can be published, then there is no violation. Say let us take example, a branch directory is being published. Every chartered accountant institute, ICA has got various branches. In various branches they are publishing the members directory. It is allowed. Then handbills can be circulated. Suppose some auditors, what they do, they print the handbills about the tax changes, this and that, and below that they gave for reference, for any suggestions, any clarification, please contact this. You should not do it. You can print it, but you can print the handbills, you can circulate about the tax changes to your clients only, your relatives, friends, and not to the public. You cannot print the same and publish in a newspaper. That is against the professional ethics. You can publish a book without indicating the relationship with the association of any firm name. So you can write a book, you can publish the book, but you should not say that I am a partner in X and Co. You can publish the book, but if you mention the association with a big firm or anything, then that is against professional ethics. CA designation is permitted in greetings card, invitations for marriages, religious functions, opening or inauguration of offices, or change of office premises or telephone numbers. But this you have to send only to the clients, relatives and close friends. This means you are not supposed to send to all. In open public you are not supposed to send. Then if you are sending it, then it is against the profession and you have to, it's a professional violation. You are not supposed to do it. Then acceptance of original work from a client through another member is not permitted, but direct inquiry is allowed. Here one member says that I got the work, you do this, we will share the fees. That is not permitted. But if you are getting the fees directly by way of direct contact, that is allowed. But if you get the original work, professional work from another practicing chartered accountant, that is against the ethics. Against the ethics, you are not supposed to do it. Public interview you can give, but it should not be a publicity. Say, I am a chartered accountant, I am doing tax audit, I got a lot of experience. If you come, I will do it. But government says this, then it's a publicity. You are not public. It is, though it's a public interview, it's a publicity you are making about your profession. You are not supposed to do it. Then advertisement in post box number is also not permitted. You are not supposed to do it because it is against the professional ethics. Then CA and CA firms can own free website. You can mention about the CA member, about CA member name, office, other related details. You can own the free website. You can mention your name and office matters. But opening the website, you have to get the permission from ICA. Then members are not allowed to use other than CA logo. Suppose if you are a Rotarian, if you are a Lions Club member, in the letter pad you should not publish, you should not print Rotarian symbol, you should not publish, you should not print line member. You have to print only CA logo. Other than CA logo, nothing is permitted in your letter pad or in your visiting card. So photograph is not permitted other than the passport size photo. So you should not do very big, you should not give very big photo, and then beyond, before the, I mean below that you should not write anything. Only passport size photo is allowed, but it should be easily visible, and you should not violate your profession. Then bulletin boards, that is in the form of bulletin boards, it is, you can have it in your office. Then chat rooms between CA and client is permitted. In some office, the chat room between clients and charter accountant, because they want to have some board, just like board meeting, they want to have some chat meeting. So for that type of room discussion is allowed. It is not against the professional ethics. Advertisement in the form of banner is not permitted. Then website address which you have created should be intimated to ICAI within 30 days. Then advertisement towards get together during silver, golden, platinum and centenary celebrations, newspapers and newsletter is permitted by ICAI. No sponsor event by CA or firm in practice is not permitted, but permitted for the event conducted by the ICAI with prior approval. Members sponsoring the event can prefix CA in front of his name and not the firm name. So sponsoring a program is not permitted. If the program is being organized by ICAI, then you can sponsor it, because you have to get the ICAI permission. Then in that sponsoring program, you can prefix before your name CA and not your firm name, right? And you are not permitted to share firm profile with the prospective clients. There is a new client who is coming, or is a prospective clients. You should not share your firm profile. You can share, say that you are the auditor for this company, but below that you should not publish all the firm profile. It is against the ethics. Sharing name of the member or firm name in television or movie credits should not be different from other kinds. So you can say that helped by our unit auditor CA and Mr. X. So in that manner you can do it, but all the details about the CA should not be there in the television and movie credit. And educational videos are permitted without mentioning the name and firm name and website address. You can release with educational videos. Then advertisement now is a very interesting thing which everyone has got in mind. Advertising about the teaching or coaching activities by the members. You have to refer section 190A of Chartered Accountant Regulations of 1988. It says CA in practice shall all engage in any business or occupation other than professional accountancy except permission from ICAI. That is, CA in practice, he has to do only the practice, and he is not allowed to do any business or occupation other than the profession of accountancy. For doing business or occupation, you have to get permission from ICAI. Now, teaching is a profession. Though it is a part of common accounts, it is different from practice. So you have to get the permission. For that, they said general permission and specific permission. So general permission means private tutorship and part-time tutorship under coaching organization of the institute, and specific permission is required for part-time or full-time tutorship under any educational institution other than coaching organization of the institute. So the specific permission is required if you participate, if you are a member, if you are a teaching member in the near private academy. Without specific permission, if you participate, then it is against the professional ethics. This is my view. And for specific permission is clearly said, part-time or full-time tutorship under any education institution other than coaching organization of the institute. So other than ICAI, if you are going to take full-time or part-time tutorship, you have to get a specific permission from ICAI. Part-time or full-time lectureship for courses other than those relating to institute's examination conducted under the auspices of the institute or the regional council or other branches, you have to get specific permission from ICA. Then here, this is very interesting. Engagement as lecturer in an university, affiliated colleges, education institutions, coaching organizations, private tutorship, provided that direct teaching hours devoted to such activities taken together do not exceed 25 hours a week. That is, you should be a lecturer in university, college, education institutions, coaching institution. Here, the coaching organization is not defined, is not clear in the code of ethics. What is meant by coaching organization? Is it a private academy or is it a tuition center? It is not clear. According to me, when I go through the point, I have not found any answer about the definition of coaching organization. So this, if you do it, then you have to get a specific permission from the ICI. But all put together, the lectureship, it should not exceed 25 hours in a week. Because you may go to some 2 to 3 academies, you can take class, but all hours put together, it should not exceed 25 hours. Then advertisement of coaching and teaching institution by the members, violative of the provisions if it amounts to indirect, because it amounts to indirect solicitation as well as solicitation by other means. So you should not advertise your coaching center. You should not advertise your teaching institute because you are a practicing member. Say, you can put a small board in front of your office and saying that you are giving this service. You can do it, but everything you have to get about the size of the board, everything you have to get this specific permission from the ICA. Otherwise, you are liable for the disciplinary action. Placing hoardings, banners and by any other means for coaching or teaching institute, if you do it, then you are liable for disciplinary action. Then members are permitted to put signboard. For this also specific permission is required. Are permitted to put signboard mentioning the name of the institute, contact details and subject only. So size and type of the board is as per the council directions applicable for audit forms only. You should not put a very big board. So it should not, when even from 1 kilometer and 2 kilometers, you can see, if you can see the board. So that should not be the small board you have to put, but everything you have to get ICI permission. This is a thing I want to say. Please, I request everyone to refer part 1, schedule 1, first schedule, part 1, class 6 of the Code of Ethics. Please be serious because you are not supposed to land into trouble. So go through once, twice, then you concentrate on the practice. This is the points I want to say through this video presentation, and thanks for watching this video presentation. Nandri, Vanakkam.